Anyway, so what we're going to be doing so that it frees up more time for us to travel is Is that a lot of fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. You picked a good one there, Paul. Good job. What a beautiful day. I can't believe how beautiful it is today. And this is rainy season. You can have gorgeous days even in rainy season. There's almost no waves, really quiet. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Woo! Well, good morning, everybody. Look at that. The whole fam here is hanging out. Say good morning, Lara.
Good morning.
There you go. It's been a few days. It's been several days since we made a video. Yeah, actually, I got to get my sunglasses real quick. My sunglasses right there. Thank you. It's very bright. Not going to complain about that. Anyway, so reason is haven't been able to edit any videos, haven't been able to do anything because my computer's my computer fried, and I brought it in for repairs and all that, and they're like, yeah, the motherboard is the problem. It's gone, and it's a laptop, so really the motherboard's $1,000 just for materials to fix it. So yeah, that's not very good. Anyway, so what we got going on though is, well, I'll explain that in a minute actually, but before we go into that though, I just wanted to show you guys something. So as you may or may not know, depending if you're looking at the news or Facebook or anything, and I had several people come into the Beaver yesterday, and they were like, oh, I heard on the news we're getting slammed by a cyclone soon. And so I wanted to show you what's happening here during this cyclone. It's actually much calmer than normal. This morning it was like glass. There was nothing out here. It was really beautiful. And some people out here fishing and having a good time. But as you can see, the weather's doing pretty good. Doesn't mean we are getting rain, especially late afternoon, and we're getting a lot of it. But I'll show you here how we're not even going to be affected. So this is the Windy app, by the way. I highly recommend. This is the best one to get the most, in-depth information, because it's not only going to tell you the weather, but it's going to show you all of how much wind you're going to have and where the storms are coming from and everything. And it goes out pretty far. And it's been very, very accurate. So anyway, as you can see, it is going to slam the east coast of the Philippines, and it's going to make its way all the way up and slam the top of northern Luzon and really have its fun with Taiwan and all that good stuff. So yeah, we're going to be okay here. Others won't be in such good shape. The thing about Roxas City is where it's located on this island, and I pointed this out before, we're in like a little bubble, because even though these typhoons don't hit us or anything like that, what they're doing is they're drawing all that air and water and everything, just drawing it to feed these big cyclones. And what it does is goes around the Panay and leaves like a little gap right where we are. It's like it just goes around like that, on both sides, and skips right past us, and we end up with that little section there, which means that we end up with, just like last time, a lot of this. Knock on wood. You can still get typhoons out here, but I think 2 in the last 30 years have actually hit here, and they're devastating when they do, but they're also more devastating to places like Cebu, where it has to go over that area to come over to here. Anyway, so nice quiet Friday. It is a Friday, right? Yeah, it is. A whole bunch of dogs at this place. Oof. So what we're going to be doing though is I'm going to wait until I'm past all these barking dogs. It's this little restaurant sort of thing that opened up over here, and I think they've got 10 dogs. 10 dogs for their security. And then all of these you see over here, these are rental houses that you can rent for just one night. And they're not kept up in the best of condition, to be honest. And even the furniture is super basic in them. but they still get like 10,000 a night. It's crazy, I know, but it's a beachfront house, and they'll put 20, 25 people in it, and have, it's like in the West we would go to the cottage, or you rent a cottage. That's kind of sort of the thing that people do here, is they'll rent that out for 1 or 2 nights, divide the cost by all the adults in that 20 some odd group, and it works out to be affordable, and they'll do it like once a year. So yeah, it also makes renting houses long term here on the beach pretty difficult, because you're competing with that market. Anyway, so what we're going to be doing so that it frees up more time for us to travel is, I have business partners, right, from the beginning with the Canadian Beaver, Filipinos. And one of them is the largest restaurant owner here on the beach, one of the most popular, definitely knows what he's doing. And he's agreed to come in and put his hands on things a bit more than he had in the past. So that's, in the past he's just been a quiet investor, I'll put it that way. And I said to him, like, I need your help. I can't keep doing this because I'm stretched too thin. I really love traveling and everything, and that's the part I'm really good at, is making the videos about it, I think. I can't run a restaurant anyway legally. I can't do any work here in the Philippines like that. I'm allowed to travel around and document it, but that's about all I can do. So anyway, he's agreed, and I really appreciate this very much. Like, you can't even imagine, because the stress that I will have taken off of me will be immense. And we're going to have the right people in there to make sure kitchen's running smoothly, that the shopping can be maybe done by the same person that does the shopping for their restaurant. I'm not sure. I'm going to leave it all up to him on that case. I'm not going to say, hey, can you take control of this whole situation here? But by the way, I want to micromanage everything to death. No, God, no. No, not at all. I want him, I want to have his back and support him, and that's about it. And I am going to be, the promotions, the meeting customers there and just hanging out, and all the stuff I can only do anyway. But Catherine will no longer have to do the day-to-day management anymore. Doesn't have to struggle with trying to break even, or even come close to breaking even. All that stuff, all the restaurant management stuff. Oh, that'll be so good. It'll be so good. Now, it's going to take some time. It's a process that we have to go through. Like yesterday, my business partner met with all the staff early in the morning to explain and to talk to them and get their ideas and inputs and stuff like that, and reassure them that their jobs are good. I don't have to worry about that part. And I don't know. I wasn't at it because he said, let me just have a conversation with them, and that's perfect. So I just got the basic gist of it from him. So yeah, you guys will now have a lot more of my time when you come here to Roxas City, and I will have a lot more time to visit other places in between those times as well. So I'm really, really excited about that. By the way, this place has been sitting dormant for, as far as I know, forever. And from the street, it looks so much better, because they've been renovating where you can see from the street more. But this is going to be a giant hotel that's very, very close to the Canadian Beaver. We're not that much further down from my house, right? And this is going to be a brand new hotel. And I think because of the height of the first floor, either a restaurant or banquet halls, that kind of thing, probably banquet halls. The most money to be made, honestly, is banquet halls and stuff for weddings and big events and stuff like that. And Catherine had heard they're going to probably put a pool, because this property is really, really big. And 2 stories in certain areas. Over there, it's 2 stories, I think. So, of rooms. And they're going to have an ideal location. Plus, they'll have a ton of room to expand if they wanted to put rooms like in an L or something like that also. So that's something new that's happening here. There's this big piece of property over down by the gas station that came for sale. It's really big, beachfront, but I don't think it'll sell that easily, because like Petron is in that area, and Petron kind of allows, they just put up a barbed wire fence, and then because they don't use the property, because they just have to have access to run their pipe all the way out to the ocean where they refill. They allow like squatters and stuff like that to set up, and fisher folk, that kind of thing, where they'll build a shack, on the beach there. And so if you were to buy that property, that's what's surrounding you all over the place. I don't know. I don't think that's probably going to fly. Somebody might buy it just to sit on it for many years until that's been dealt with. Technically, it's all under the DENR, so they could come along and say, no, that's got to be removed from the beach. But, yeah. This side over here, everything is, I don't know if it's more enforced or there's just nobody has tried to do that over here. But this is where all the houses are and the businesses and stuff like that. There is none of that issue there. It's a little harder to walk on this beach right now because the sand is so soft. Anyway, so yeah, in the next couple of months, Canadian Beaver will have not new management, because they were always management, but new operational manager sort of thing. And I am very happy about it, because it saved me from making any really difficult decisions. As you may or may not know, I've said it before, that I've lost a lot of money just keeping it going. Every month, anywhere from, well, I used to say it was 100 to 200,000, but then, we managed to cut back costs. So now it's easier to say probably anywhere from 80,000 to 150,000 loss every single month, pesos. So that's, at some point you hope to get down to that break even, make money, that sort of thing. But it's difficult to do. And I've explained it before. It's a 30% rule in restaurants. You have 30% for your material costs, 30% for your labor, 30% for your overhead, 10% for profit. Well, here, when your materials might be 60% of your selling price, well, you can't certainly do those formulas on here. It's going to lose money. So that's the hard part. It's difficult, but I'll get somebody else who has a lot more experience in this helping out. And it's nice to have somebody with brand new ideas because they're going to be different and they'll be exciting. I have a feeling that the Canadian Beaver is going to have a lot of new events coming up soon, which will be really cool. The beach is not so clean today. I don't know if it's because of all those storms, but I don't know how many diapers I've seen in this water recently. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 diapers in one area. I have a feeling maybe it was dumped over here and got pulled in a bit, because that's unusual. You would think they maybe spread out, but not that close. Oh, that's hot. Hot on the feet. Ooh. Oh, one second.
Did you know Lily jumped in that hole?
Doesn't shock me. She's big. But we can't keep, she's just got to have to train. I don't know.
Because yesterday, while we were jogging, they're trying to jump in there.
But I don't really want to keep doing it. I guess we can put one slat in the middle. Because she is big. We can put one slat in the middle of the bottom one. I just don't want to make it too much. My gosh, we'll get no breeze through here. Lily, troublemaker, huh?
Yeah, the troublemaker.
Yeah.
Baby.
Also, we just repainted that. Paint's already feeling again. Unbelievable. Oh, look at this. We've got all of your children here. All but one. That's my child now. Hello, Asher, Lily, and Mama. So, I don't know what's going on, but over there's a lot of diapers and garbage and everything, and I think some people had party over there and they dumped them all on the beach, and then the waters dragged them in, because if it was just something that's all being dragged into the tide, why wouldn't there be a ton of garbage in front of our house and this guy's house? It's all right over there in front of those rental houses.
Yeah, yesterday there's a party.
Oh, there was a party? No, that explains why there's so much garbage there. Why can't people pick up after themselves? This is such a beautiful country, but left in a big mess all the time?
Not good.
No, it's not good. Not good. Especially the beach. But
Yeah.
if you don't live here, we don't own it, but we live here longer term, and we care about it. But I guess people come for one weekend, they're like, not my problem.
Yes.
They're not going to be here to deal with it. Right, children? Furball children? Don't jump out through the hole. You hear that? Don't.
She already
Don't.
did.
I know. I'm telling her not to anymore.
Asher is trying.
Asher can't. You know, Asher is older, but he's smaller. That one's huge.
Bear.
Yeah, it is a bear. We've got ourselves a bear. Oh, my feet are so gross. Covered in sand.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we